Hello again, people. Right, really odd sort of reason for making the video this morning because the dog woke me up in the middle of the night, wanted to go out, scratching at the door, and I opened my charts, thought I'll see if I can make a trade. Now, I often get asked why or what I look for first in a chart, and I was trying to get back to sleep and couldn't, and I was laying there and I thought I'll make a video about this because actually this is a perfect example of how I find trading the Asian session, and now with the Asian range we've got a whole new sort of strategy going on. So if I zoom out, in other words, go to the higher time frames, get rid of this. I'm thinking of dropping the moving averages totally, we'll see, but less mess. I never use them for trading, so delete that one. And you can see, oh, I'll delete this one too, and I might as well delete that as well. I do use the pivots, I like them a lot, but you can see now you've got these big Asian ranges. That's just the daily line box indicator. If you're new to my channel, all of my indicators, everything I use is free, apart from the script that snaps the price to the highs and lows of the candles. So daily line box, I've got one set on here for the 8 to 8:15 UK GMT London breakout bar for Billy T on Forex Factory. You can go and read about what his strategy is there, but in a nutshell, he just trades the breakout either side of that 0800 to 8:15 bar in the morning. So that's what that is. That's what this one is here. Daily line box. Show the settings. 1 AM to 10 AM, which translates to 11 PM to 8 AM is the Frankfurt session. So this just draws the highs and lows of the Frankfurt session. 200 look back days. That's straightforward and simple. So this morning I've got up and I could see the Asian session was about, well, you can see what the two green bars were drawn at that level there roughly, or it might have been a bit lower because it started to go up, of course, yeah, something like that. So you can see it doesn't take Einstein to see that that little Asian range there has got some growing to do. So quite simply, all I do is, and the same goes for gold, if the gold Asian range, when I roll over or whatever, happen to wake up, because I do like to trade it as so simple, if it's the gold Asian range is looking like that and I've got a very, very strong reversal, then I know we've got a lot of room potentially to the downside. You know, these things, do your own stats on them, get that indicator on your charts, have a look at the stats, take the scroll off. I should imagine it's a very, very rare thing that you have an Asian range that is less. There's one, there's a bad one, really bad. No idea why that was, but it's quite a rare thing. There's a pretty bad one there, but you know, these things tend to come in sort of you know, groups, as it were. Let's have a look at the size of that one, just out of interest, because it can be deceptive. $200 pips. Roughly 100 pips. $100 pips. So all 100 pips. Where were we when I looked at this first thing this morning? Bearing in mind we are very, very volatile at the moment due to the so I was about that level there. So what's that? 45, 50 pips. So even these are half the size of those small looking ones over there, or even that rather was half the size when I started. So yeah, the vaccinations are making volatility. Well, news about COVID-19 vaccinations, if you come into this years later, we're in a COVID epidemic. News about that is creating chaos in the markets, not really for the people that want to make loads of money in the markets, but for people that don't know what they're doing, it is chaos. So back to this. So what am I looking for? Well, at that point in the morning, you can see where I took the trade. Go down a time frame now. We had moved next to no distance at all. This needs to update. That isn't right, I don't think, at the moment. Well, I know it isn't. There you go. So at the point in the morning when I was considering entering a trade, which is about that level there, you can see that the DAX Asian range was 30. So what have we got here on this chart to make me think about going short? Well, we've got the 15-minute divergence, higher high making a lower high, higher high on price making a lower high on the RSI. That's why something like this, a stochastic or the RSI in particular, this one I love, absolutely love, but something like this on your chart is a worthwhile addition. MACD I think will do the same. Well, in fact I know it will. But the RSI, watch my videos as to how I use it and why I love it so much. Then you've got the 15-minute 3-candle reversal was way behind here. Then, as I say, you had a 1, 2, 3 lower high as well. But that's not really what this video is about. This video is about Asian ranges have to be made. They, look back on you. That's why the daily line box is so important. There's that little 15-minute breakout box I was talking about there. Just the 15-minute candle. At the start of the London session, this is 8 AM. And then Billy TT has a strategy to trade the breakout. As you can see, it absolutely crashed there. Not sure what it's done on previous days, but he's worked out statistically it's about 60 or 70%, 66% I think you get the breakout. There you go, massive one there, so that was a winner. What have we got? One more I'll look at. Yep, there's the box. Is that another one? Yep, there's the box there, massive move. One more then, just for luck. There's the box there. This one failed. Typical, isn't it? Yeah, it went up. It might have gone up 5 pips because all he goes for is 5 pips. Let's have a look. Yeah, it did actually. It would have got his 5 pips. That's why it specifies 5 pips. It's about a 65 win rate, 65% win rate. But if it only made 2 or 3 pips, he does have a method and stops him out. Not sure where he puts his stop. But if it stops him out, then he'll take the opposite side of the box. So something else for you to look at. Here's a winner again. So you can see they are high win rate opportunities. Here's another winner. Built the box, went to test it, came back down and came through it. You can see that green tail there. So I know I've gone off topic, guys, but there's so much to talk about. He goes for 5 pips. I don't trade it as per box breakout. I trade it using the momentum and the 1 minute and 5 minute charts. I might trade it before the box with the building of the box, because we know that we have to have a box of some sort of size in order to trade it, so you can preempt that and trade the creation of the box, much like I was talking about this Asian range. So there's plenty of ways to skin this trading cat, in my opinion. So many more since I've been studying all the different traders on FinTwit and gathering information about how they trade, and then all I do is apply my 3 candle reversals, trend analysis, which this is all about trends, of course, uptrend broken by a downtrend, and then the RSI to fine-tune the entries. So if you ever get confused about what I'm doing, guys, because I'm looking at other people, don't, because I'm just looking at the ways they find trades and they manage their trades, and then all I do is fine-tune their methods of doing those things by my execution. So we're getting more and more opportunities to take valid trades using my method from other people's methods as well. So when we find a new level like Mo line, to trade that, then that's what I'm doing. I'm just looking for significant things like the box here, the Asian breakout box, looking for significant ways to apply my 3 candle reversal and RSI histo and the trend analysis. So going back to this then, just in case, just a quick summary. When I come into a chart, especially when I wake up, the dog wakes me up, I look at the Asian session, middle of the night. If it's not formed on gold or DAX, I just happen to notice this DAX first, then I will be looking to find a way, find what I consider the direction. If it's only done 30 or 40 pips like there, we know it's got to do 100 or so. Find the direction, find obvious levels of support and resistance where supply and demand is, buyers and sellers, call it what you like, and then just trade to it, which is what I do. And then that, believe it or not, is 16 pips, or just over, I think. And what can I say? That's it. Look for divergence, look for direction, look for the Asian box size. I think that has got to be one of the nicest ways to trade. A small Asian box, boom, trade it. You don't have to be there at the inception, otherwise you're going to be watching paint dry while it finds its direction. If it's your time of day to trade, then just set your alarm for a couple of hours into it and see how it's developing. What can I say? You work out how to trade it. It works for me, and I hope this has helped you a little. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.